Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is PR 5105 bound for Manila.
Monday we had the orientation at the offices in Berkeley, where they just gave us the rundown of what we needed to bring for the trip and what to expect for the Philippines.
The day after that, we went over to the airport for an afternoon flight. Then once we got off, just kind of settled down, went to the hotel, had dinner, and prepared for the next day.
In the morning, we took a bus to Fort Santiago. We got to see some of the cells.
That was super cool. It was great to experience some of the culture and history of the Philippines. I had no idea that it was so expansive.
And then after that, we headed over to the University of Makati, where we introduced ourselves to some of the players who are going to be at the clinic.
We played and warmed up for a little until the thunder and lightning came. But after it stopped, we got to play a couple one-on-ones, two-on-twos.
Played with the players, got to give them some insight in the game, and it was a pretty fun experience.
Yesterday, we went back to UMAC to have our practice and coach the UMAC teams.
With the UMAC kids, we were teaching them everything we know, trying to be as helpful as possible.
After UMAC, we went to Tanay Waterfall. Really beautiful place.
The waterfall was super beautiful. It was blue water, super deep, perfect for jumping into, perfect temperature. It was a great experience.
So we drove up to Maru's farm in the morning, and it was probably one of the coolest houses I had seen so far in the Philippines. Great views of the mountains on one side and the lake and the volcano on the other side. We all got to play basketball there. It was kind of like a players versus coaches game, It just started pouring rain halfway through, but that didn't stop us because we were all just having a great time.
Food was amazing. It was, all you could eat buffet, so it was, fantastic.
And after that, we went to the university to train. Thanks to the parents lacrosse players, they're super accepting of all of our advice and always willing to learn.
I'm very thankful for Encore for coming out. Like, it's summer and it's like the Philippines, it's hot. Now I see, like, with the help from Encore, like, they're moving the ball so much better. They're like playing better defense. They're learning how to slide.
Sir John Christmas is so awesome to teach lacrosse. So far, I've learned dodging, scooping the ball, and playing with teammates. Thank you for teaching us.
So far, I've learned how to catch the ball, how to use both of my hands, left and right, and I wish I could learn more. Thank you for coming to the Philippines and helping us train.
Yesterday was probably my favorite day so far. In the morning, we went to the aquarium, which was just awesome. It was one of the coolest aquariums I've ever been to.
For some reason, they had the tanks open so that you could actually reach your hands into the fish.
Right after that, we actually played our scrimmage against the University of Makati team, which we had been planning for a while.
It marked the first ever official lacrosse game that was played on Filipino soil.
This game that we played that day was something that we're going to be able to hold together as a group for the rest of our lives.
Christmas with the first goal!
To now be a part of the first official game being played on the Philippine soil is just extremely special. I mean, for me being Filipino here in the Philippines, it's unreal.
Is the first actual lacrosse game ever played in the Philippines, which is crazy because hopefully it'll become a big sport here and I can tell people that I played the first lacrosse game ever played in the Philippines.
It's one of those things where these guys are never going to forget each other. They're always going to have experiences that they share with each other and no one else. And so I think they're going to be lifelong friends.
UMAC on 3! 1, 2, 3! After that, we took pictures, said goodbye, and then we went straight to a go-karting place.
Probably one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. It was so fun. getting our lacrosse helmets and gloves. We were walking out there like we were ballers. And not only just like, the go-karting experience, but it was also just being with like new acquainted friends that I feel like I've known forever.
It's extremely special. I mean, to be able to grow the game and help the University of Makati over the last 4 days and the Philippines as a whole, all of us are extremely privileged to be able to be a part of this, and I'll remember this forever.
As soon as we landed, got on a bus with 3 tour guides, and they took us around the campus and showed us all the history and culture of it.
It was a little worrying because our tour guides told us a couple horror stories about the campus.
It was haunted because the Japanese would kill and torture people there during World War II, and there's also a pet cemetery there that's supposedly haunted.
Later on, we ended up going to a more of a museum where they had artifacts. They had swords, they had knives, they had voodoo, they had a love potion.
Later that night, we went and scrimmaged their varsity basketball team.
We walked into it strong. I think Ben knocked down 3 threes in a row.
I thought it was just gonna be a little fun scrimmage, but I mean, those guys kept score and we had a referee and things got pretty heated.
Even though we did not do very well, I feel like most of us still had fun. So the next day we went and taught PE classes. It was a good experience for all of us to be able to coach and to be able to see how other people live.
It's interesting walking out there, being a player your entire life, and people being so intrigued to learn from you. It was a really good feeling. You don't walk into it acting like you're a coach, but you realize that you mean something more than just a player and just we were role models for the sport.
It's just cool because I love this game so much and it's given me so much. I'm so happy to be able to go and spread it.
To be an ambassador here in the Philippines with Encore and the Philippines Lacrosse Association, I'm finally learning the next step where finally I'm giving my wisdom off to others and I'm helping out others and helping this game spread.
We took a short little bus ride over to a beach to go snorkeling and other assorts. Some of us came back and gave gear to the other people, and we started playing 3x on the beach, and that was a lot of fun.
We had some Filipino food on the beach that was grilled by Dawn. It was spicy, but it was very, very good.
After the sun went down, we started playing all sorts of fun mini games. On the second day of training, we went inside to get a little more advanced.
It was cool to see how much progress some people would make over an hour and a half.
I really think it's a giant honor to teach them a sport they've never seen before and see them catch on so quickly and love it so much within a matter of 2 to 3 hours. It really just makes me feel proud of what I do. We got them into a giant game of Steal the Bacon, and many fingers were hurt.
After we were done coaching, we went to Forest Park. It was a lot of fun, especially because we all got to hang out with us, just 9 guys, and we just walked around and did what we wanted to do and had a blast doing it. We went on water slides, we went zip lining, we sang songs, we just hung out and talked. It was a time I would never forget.
After we got done with the university, we had a bus ride over to Bacolod City. We went straight to the TV station to go on live TV to talk about lacrosse.
The morning show!
lunch at this really nice place. I had some great chicken.
At the high school, we got there, they introduced ourselves, we set up for the field, and just hundreds of people were gathering around watching us play lacrosse. It was definitely one of the top lacrosse experiences I've ever had in my life. It was just incredible. And then we finally got them to come out on the field and play, and it was just awesome. They were playing the game, they were loving it. Smiles were all around. It was just great to see it. It's because it's why we're here.
Once we started teaching the kids at the high school, everyone that was there just started piling in and watching everything that we were doing. There were probably like hundreds of them. It was awesome.
One of the players if they like lacrosse, and just with so much joy, he says, "I'm so glad you came over to show us your game of lacrosse. I really like this sport and I just want to play it." And he was just so thankful, and like he was just coming to me, "Thank you for coming and bringing the game to us." It was awesome, one of the best experiences of my life.
After we finished, they started taking pictures with all of us, which was kind of cool.
Everyone was having a great time. I've never seen so many kids trying to ask for a selfie from me. It was actually made me pretty happy, not gonna lie.
Last day in Bicolo, pretty much our last day of really the lacrosse cultural immersion trip. It was probably the most fun day of the trip. I was just super shocked to see about 100 or 200 kids all lined up in like their school uniforms. There were just a bunch of kids banging on drums and playing flutes and playing a bunch of other instruments, and it sounded really good, and it really made me feel welcome and really important.
Well, coming to another country to play lacrosse just seems unreal. People get to watch you and they've never seen this sport before, and they're just gathering around looking amazed.
taught them how to catch and pass and do other simple things like cradling and ground balls.
There was so many kids at that school. They all wanted to play, they all were eager to play, and I feel like we did a lot of good. Later that day, we went to a waterfall. It was really beautiful, kind of a treacherous hike down. It was raining the whole time, but once we got down there, it was beautiful. You could stand under the waterfall. It really made you feel kind of alive. My favorite part of the Philippines was really getting to meet everybody.
My favorite part of the Philippines had to be the way the people acted to everyone around us. They were all just really nice people.
My favorite part of the trip was probably just the trip itself. Everything that was on the syllabus of the trip, everything that they said that they were gonna do, we did do, and we did more than that. And I definitely had a great time.
It's amazing to come over and play lacrosse, and just, if you can have the opportunity to come, then you gotta do it in a heartbeat. Truly, you need to experience the Philippines. It's an incredible place.